Seen a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Green Bay Packers and the Atlanta Falcons. 2-1-2 teams, each hoping to get back to 500, and we're underway in Week 4. This is taken about 7 yards deep, and no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Rodgers to throw on 2nd down. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one. Force the incompletion. That'll allow him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. Rodgers looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Ryan will bring the Falcons up now, 1st and 10 at the 20. Here's Ryan. He goes full extension, and he's got it. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A good pickup there at 22.
I know at retirement ceremonies, a rocking chair is often one of the major gifts, but don't give this guy one just yet. He may be plus 30, but my goodness, how about that effort?
Yeah, he's not that old. Hey, I'm on the wrong side of 32.
You okay? You feeling all right?
I'll be all right.
Okay, good.
I just need some chocolate and a box of tissues. A first carry for the tailback, Devontae Freeman. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Being chased out left. Now he's going to throw deep back over the middle. So they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Ryan on the handoff. It's Freeman. And he's got this down to the 35. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
On the heels of that good carry by Devontae Freeman, here's 1st and 10. Now Ryan on 1st down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
And he'll be taken down at the 34. Only a yard on the pickup there, so it leaves them needing a conversion here on 3rd and a tough 9. From the gun, it's Ryan. Looking deep for Julio. He dropped it. Couldn't hang on in the end zone. So no 6 points, incomplete. That's already the 3rd time they've looked his way on this opening drive. He's caught 1 of the 3.
That doesn't mean they won't continue to go in that direction. It feels like they think they've got something good going there, and they think those numbers are going to increase.
These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Grady Jarrett in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. From the gun, it's Rodgers. And this is caught. It's Jimmy Graham. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for 3rd down.
I'm going to let you go back and check that out.
So 3rd and 2, and I count 6 defensive backs out there.
4 or 5 screenshots in there in regards to that game.
He can run for it, and he will. He'll grab 3 yards on the play, taking it himself for the 1st down.
And what a weapon to have when you can use your quarterback as a short yardage runner and pick up 1st downs.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. Sliding out of the pocket. He's going to let one fly. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Packers. Golden Tate, his first touchdown on the year. And the Packers have taken the early lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of, otherwise he was going to get sacked.
Wow.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, Freeman. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Let's go.
It looks like the Packers have added an extra DB on 3rd down. Off the play fake to Freeman. It's Ryan. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. That makes him now 0 for 2 here in the first quarter on 3rd down conversions.
And now they'll look to their defense because they need them to step up so they don't fall further behind here in the early going.
He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. Now it's Tate. Well, that's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
To the right side, and he's got more complete. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Shotgun now for Rodgers. The left side completion to Jones. 7 yards on the play, and that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
158!
The first carry now for the BYU man. It's Jamal Williams. And brought down, but not before he was able to break the tackle, and the extra effort moves the sticks.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up 1st downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
It's important to do, especially early in the game like they have. And left side here, it's Graham. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
319! 319!
Here's Rodgers to throw on second down. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. The Packers on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
319.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. Flushed out right. He may try and run for this. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down.
I liked his effort there. He got it done on his own. But let's face it, he puts defenses in a really stressful spot when he takes off and runs because a lot of guys have coverage responsibilities.
Good job of rallying, though, because I thought when he first took off, he might pick up the first down. Would have been right at about a 52-yard field goal try, but no, they are going to go for this thing on 4th down.
319.
With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter about to get underway with the Packers in possession of the football. We'll see what they'll do here as they're up against a 4th and inches. The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. Rodgers with a keeper. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th.
For those vertically challenged quarterbacks, here's a time where they will tell you it's an advantage to be a little bit on the smaller side, able to duck in behind their offensive line and stick the ball across the imaginary yellow line for a first down.
Come on, let's go. What? 90. What? 90.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play.
And an alley to run. Finding room to the 20. And he'll finally be taken down at the 18. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
The first red zone opportunity now for the Packers. They have a 1st and 10 at the 18. Now this time Rodgers will throw into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Devondre Campbell, the linebacker, picks it. He's at the 50. He's at the 40, 20, 10. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. Short throw, pick 6 right there, those linebackers. They love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
Extra point up and good by Crosby. And the lead is now 10-7. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And following the pick 6, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early.
Now look out, Rodgers lost the football. And the Falcons say they have it, they do.
Well, partner, they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect
No
him.
one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. To throw is Ryan. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Calvin Ridley, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Falcons will extend their lead. Now Crosby for the point after. Crosby with the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That's fielded in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Packers offense now heading back out onto the field. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. To throw on 2nd down. Rodgers firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he takes this thing way down into Atlanta territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 65 yards. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. To throw is Rodgers. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Grady Jarrett, he's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here.
319.
Working from the gun, Rodgers. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Vic Beasley in there to drop him, and sacks on 1st and 2nd downs are going to lead to a 3rd and long. Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long.
319.
Rodgers now from the gun, he'll throw. His throw caught right around the 6. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Give him 13 yards on the connection, but not enough. 4th down. And Forbath will put this one through, and they're back within a touchdown. It's 17-10. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
Atlanta now coming out on the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Throwing now, Ryan on first down. And he can't escape the pressure. Ryan goes down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
47's the mic. Left.
Now it's Ryan. Ryan hit, and he lost the football. But the Falcons were able to recover, so they will keep possession.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Going for the deep ball. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
On the return, it's Tate. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And out will come the offense as they take over. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
A dump underneath to Jones. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. Call it a pickup of 7, and all of a sudden here it's 3rd down.
Here we go. 58. 4 down. Green 18.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he's got the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Green 18.
2 minutes to go here in the first half. We're back to Atlanta right after this timeout. Rodgers now on first down. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Tack McKinley in there to get him. And that's sack number 6 for him on the year. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Rodgers operating from the gun. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on 2nd and goal?
319.
They'll try and run. This is Williams. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Second and goal from the 6 this time.
No. 319.
From the gun, Rodgers trying to get it to Adams, but it's intercepted. Devondre Campbell, the linebacker, picks him. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
Now a play fake here on first down. Oh, now backing up, and he's out of the end zone. The referee was right there to call it, and that is a safety. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender.
Oh.
To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on. Come up to 6.
A lot of points. So after the INT, it's Rodgers. Drops it to Jones in the flat. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and it'll make it second down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
319.
Now Rodgers throwing on 2nd down. And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. Tack McKinley, he's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long.
319. Local over here.
There they try to sweep to Jones. And he'll be taken down here at about the 23-yard line. It's a gain of just 3, and the offense likely going to yield to the punting unit here on 4th down. So we are at halftime here in Atlanta with the Falcons out in front. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway. That'll be taken in the end zone. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. An NFL update, second quarter now in Jacksonville. It's the Colts in that one that have grabbed the early lead. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout. Ryan and the Falcons now come up 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. Ryan eluding the pressure right. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Austin Hooper, the tight end, was the intended target. And now it's 2nd down. Misses yet again, and the struggles here, they look pretty uncharacteristic for him.
You're certainly right about that. Mechanics are the key right now. Feet, arm, not in sync at all. He ends up throwing that one past his receiver that's open.
2nd and 10 now. Ryan looking for White on the deep ball. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete.
They decided to take a shot and right down the middle of the field, and really, they didn't give it as much time to develop, did they? They want to take that shot somewhere around the 15-yard mark.
And the defense able to recover, bat it free. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Express. You got 4.
And the blitz does come. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Falcons. Julio Jones. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons will add on to their lead. Crosby connects on the extra point, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. Here's the Packers offense now getting set to start off this 3rd quarter. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks.
Hey, fellas, we got 3. Let's go.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
4 down.
Now a play fake. Rodgers. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Grady Jarrett in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. Now Rodgers. Over the middle, complete to Tate. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down. From their own 40 to the other 40. The gain of 20 leads to 1st and 10.
58.
Throwing on first down is Rodgers. And Graham's got it over the middle. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A good pickup there, a 22.
Let's go, come on.
Looked like the screen pass was taken away there, but what a nice job improvising, finding other options, and completing the pass anyway.
319.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
319. Go to 50. Hey, you block over here. 319.
Rodgers to throw on 2nd down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Jones. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and that is going to set up a 3rd and 1. They'll pitch it out to Jones. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. Just a yard, but that's all they needed. And by the slimmest of margins, it'll be 1st and goal. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Box it, box it, box it, box it. Go to 50. Hey, you block over here.
Check three.
Now Jones. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard that time, second and goal.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play, stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. It makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Zoom, zoom.
On second down, here's Rodgers. Pressure up the middle, and down he goes. Grady Jarrett in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year. Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long.
Hey, 88, 88, 88.
Here's Jones. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
This offense bent the defense in their long drive downfield, but once they got within sight of the goal line, the defense went to don't break mode and is stiffened.
And Forbath will put this one through. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So a decent drive there to start the 3rd quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they inch a bit closer.
Yeah, but still lots of time to go in this one. That's why you hear that clapping on the sidelines, right? Hey, got some points. As you said, inching their way back in. Time left to go out and get that victory.
Now the Falcons offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Now Ryan. And incomplete on the deep ball. The Pro Bowl wideout Julio Jones, his intended receiver. And it's 3rd down.
I know exactly why I tried to throw the ball to Julio Jones there. He's never considered covered. He's either too fast or too strong. You always try and get it to him.
Especially on those deep passes.
Here we go.
On.
On 3rd down, Ryan. He hits White, complete. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Falcons. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Falcons will extend their lead. Now Ryan leading the Falcons up to go for 2.
Back 25. Gun, gun, gun.
They'll try and run it in with Coleman. And he will get into the end zone to bump the lead up to 3 scores. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And now the Packers get set to go. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point.
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through. Now look out. Rodgers lost the football. And the Falcons say they have it. They do.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, these are going to be hot routes if they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback. They've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, Never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
Here's Ryan. That is caught inside the 5. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. A solid pickup of 13 sets him up first and goal.
Hey, wait. Back 25.
They'll run here with Freeman. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And it'll be second and goal. From the gun, it's Ryan. Swings it out to the flat for Freeman. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. A touchdown-saving tackle there. Now it's third and goal.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Well, it'll definitely be a disappointment to come out of this starting position with just 3 points. They need to try to dial something up now, 3rd and 10. They come out here in the I. They'll look to run with Freeman. And this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
A good drive gets him inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
Yeah, this is going to put them back with a not great field position.
So they really got zero benefit at all, right? Sometimes you can absorb a penalty when you get a big return. Then the penalty brings it back, but you still have great field position. As you pointed out, not in this case.
Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line. Now the toss to Jones, running right, and he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 11, he goes down. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Well, if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage will be found.
319! 319!
To throw is Rodgers. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And it's a fumble. And the Falcons grab it. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last 2, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they manage to win the game.
And he stopped immediately there. Back now in Atlanta. It's the Falcons. They've got the football. They've got the lead as we get set to start the 4th. On 2nd down, here's Ryan. Able to shake him off. Escaping the pressure right. And that is incomplete. First quarter, Charles, you really emphasized the importance of winning the turnover battle as a visiting team, as an underdog. They haven't forced a single turnover in this game.
And right now they're losing, so no turnovers might lead to no victory.
On 3rd down, Devontae Freeman. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
And Crosby puts it through, and that lead will move from 20 up now to 23. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time, down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
And they'll stop him right on the midfield stripe. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold them to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run.
258.
From midfield, here's Rodgers. And this one is incomplete. Jimmy Graham, the intended receiver. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. Flush to his right. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Now Rodgers got to have this one. And Tate's got it. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You still have to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
On 1st down, Rodgers. He's going to wind up and air it out. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, 2nd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
319.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Rodgers. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And a loose football. And the Falcons say they have it. They do.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, you'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. Ryan will bring the Falcons up now 1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line. They'll run with Freeman here to begin the drive. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and that'll make it 2nd and 12. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
47 is the mic.
Freeman again. It's Devontae Freeman. They're not going to get him. The 40, the 30, past the 20. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Devontae Freeman, an even 90 yards. And the Falcons continue to pour it on. Extra point up and good by Crosby. And the lead will swell by 1 more. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, and pushed it past the 50-yard line so they thought they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here?
Everyone's got four down. No. 319.
On second down, Williams. Got some room at the 30, and all the way up to the 35-yard line. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a first down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Here we go. Red 38. Red 38.
They go play action here on 1st down. Over the middle, complete. That's Collier. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Here we go. Red 38. Red 38.
And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down.
319.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And this is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position. On the counter, Devontae Freeman. And he'll take this one down to the 36. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Again, they'll run with Freeman. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
On 3rd down, that's Freeman. And Freeman lost the football. And the Packers pick it up. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me, because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. 1st down. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now Rodgers throwing again. Now he steps away. This is caught inside the 15. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. Time for a break. This one all over but the shouting. We'll finish it after this. Now they'll toss to Jones running left. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
If you're the coaching staff upstairs, you might want to file that play away. Did you see how fast the safety closed on that one? Coming up in run support, made a big-time tackle. Might want to try and check into a pass next time.
Yeah, got him for a loss. Really, really great play defensively. And his throw here's incomplete.
Let's face it, perfection is something we all chase, whether it's playing this game or whatever we do. Hard to attain, but that's what they were searching for as that pass goes incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Caught on the right side by Adams. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Falcons' defense stands tall. They'll get the football back. Here are the Falcons as their offense heads back onto the field. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game, and that's always puzzled me a little bit.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
As an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Atlanta, it'll be a 500 start as the win gets them back to 2-2. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Arizona Cardinals. Meanwhile, for the Packers, they'll drop down to 1-3. And they'll be off to Minneapolis next week for a look at New York.